Hi everyone and welcome. It is Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And that was my volume on my YouTube. So sorry about that. It's hard because I have to listen to my music intro to know when to switch screens and know when to cut it off. And anyway, so sometimes my volume, I forget to turn it off on my YouTube. So hi Annie, I'm excited that you're got your chicken off the grill. We're having tri-tip for dinner, and it's gonna go in the air fryer. It tends to, we really like the cooking in the air fryer. We do a lot of that. Let's see. So just a reminder, I put a note up at the top there. Leave a comment after this video. Come back and leave a comment below, and I'm gonna create 4 cards today. And I will mail those out on Sunday. I will do a drawing and they'll go out in the mail on Monday. Oh, let's see. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Hi, Connie. Hello, Debbie. Chance to see you live at the airport waiting on our flight to Paris. Debbie, it is so much fun. You're going to love it. So I can't wait to hear about it. Gloria, hello. Hilda, Susan. Marcia from Michigan, Midge, hello. Robin and Brenda, Delaware and North Dakota. Hi Trina, and hi Barbara from Southern California. Welcome everybody. So today was kind of crazy. I came in to start kind of prepping for the video and everything, and I forgot that I had a Zoom meeting at 2 o'clock. It was a global leadership meeting thing. And so I was like, oh, I forgot. So I was sat and watched that, and we did some interacting and stuff. So while I did that, I was trying to prep for class tonight. So, oh, thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate that very much. So it was a little bit of a relaxing day. I got up and did my exercise. I don't know if I told you guys. I posted it on my blog. I mean, not my blog, but I think on my Facebook page. But I'm doing Supernatural, which is like a virtual reality. It's a headset that you wear and you do it. And honestly, it's the only exercise I've enjoyed. So I love doing that. To see your beautiful cards. Thanks, Judy. Well, we're going to create these cards together. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Or Brana. Sorry about that. So we're going to create these cards together, but I have a few quick announcements first. My thought on the cards to tell you really quick is I had the DSP and I was going to create 3 cards and then create a card with you. And then I decided, you know what, let's just create and think about it. I pulled a bunch of sentiments out. I prepped a few things for it, and I don't really have any main ideas in my head. I just kind of have some thoughts. So we're just going to kind of create this together and see what we come up with. Hello, Miss Louia. Rainy Wisconsin. Ooh, it's hot here. I have to tell you, I'm going to look up the weather really quick because this week, I'm going to update it because it changed a little bit yesterday. And I'm going to see, oh yeah, so here's the weather for my area this coming next week or 2. So Saturday and Sunday, 112, 111. So guess where I'll be? I will be in the pool or in my air conditioning. Hi, Debbie. Oh, good. I'm glad you got a nap in. I thought about it, but I didn't. So a couple quick things. July Bingo is coming. Some really great projects. They are going to be kind of all like florally. There's one sentiment card. Here's some sneak peeks. Sentiment on the top right. Everything else is going to be sparkly and just a really, some really fun cards. Really the only thing you're going to need is sentiments. The card on the left, the leaves on that set. You can use any leaf. You can use any, you know, florally like greenery. On the right, we did some embossing in gold, and I have some little flowers that I just had off of a stamp set that you can use, and any little flowers will work. And then a little bigger sentiment on the upper right. So remember with bingo, if you're not available that night, my cost for bingo is the same price for a class. So you're going to get the live bingo video, which is going to show you how to create the cards. And then you're also going to get, you know, your kits for everything to create. And you don't have to be available on bingo night. You can just create your kits when you want. Bingo is a bonus. So, of course, it's fun to win bingo. But if you're not available for that day, you're still going to get some great kits and create those at your leisure. Let's see. 100 this weekend over here. Ooh, Susan, yeah, it's going to be warm. Debbie, oh, I'm glad you like them. Melanie, I'm glad you like them. Ramona, hello, Margie. Your paper share went out today, but I sent you an email, so read that. Let's see. Okay, I just don't want to miss anything. All right, so that is that. So the H-Hut class is also 4 great cards. I will get some sneak peeks ready for Sunday, and I will post a little sneak peek on those, but they're going to be great cards. So I want you to know that, yes, I know the stamp set is available, but the dies are on back order. If you want to, you can order the stamp set. You can stamp and get everything ready for your class. When it's ready, it's 3 days before the dies are available. So it's going to be right in there. You can get your card kits, get them all ready together. If you choose to buy the stamp set, you can get that and then stamp and color and get everything ready to go. And then just die cut when you get your dies in. The other thing you can do is just wait for the set. You could still create all your cards, the background. There's a lot of DSP in this, a lot of other little pieces, and you can put all that together and have it ready to go for your bundle when you get it. So it is coming. So if you don't have it, don't worry about, you know, oh, I don't have that. We don't do the classes live on video. I record it. I send you the PDF, the kits, the video link, and you'll have everything to create it when you get your suite or your bundle in. Just making sure. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so hi Carol. Hi Steph. So the next thing is I am going to show you my Daisy card class because I still have kits available. And this was for the June class. So I'm going to show you those. So if you are doing the class and you haven't looked at your PDF or your card kits or the video or anything yet, and you don't want to see them to be, you know, spoil it, then look away. Because I'm going to show them because these are still available. So the June class, which is the Cheerful Daisy, and the Hey Chick are also available for just the PDF and video link. So if you are out of the country or you don't want the kits, but you want the PDF and the video link, then you can purchase that also. And it's on my blog, the same as where you would get the class. So that would be marciebeseckerdesigns.com. All right, so here we go. Card number 1. So if you don't want to watch, don't look. So this is card number 1. So you will need the Daisy set because you know that's why the class is geared towards a stamp set. So you will have the Daisy set. So you'll be doing some stamping. All right, that's card number 1. Card number 2 is this one. Okay, card number 2. And you get everything, but you're going to have but the stamping. Here's card number 3. Now this one I did for an event, and I had a lot of people ask if I could put this in class, so I did. So there is card number 3. All right, and then card number 4 is a mini slimline. Because of that, you're going to get an envelope. So we're going to do a little envelope, and then we're going to do some of our own DSP. And so here is the mini envelope or the mini card. So I show you exactly what I did in this in class. This is not colored paper over here. This is white, and we do some coloring on it, and that's all I'm going to tell you. But those are all the cards. So if anybody is interested in this class, it is the Daisy, Cheerful Daisy class. Let's go see. Bad quality, oh, error. I ordered the beautiful balloons, but I think I should trade for Chuck. What does anyone think? I love the Hey Chuck set, but it's not available, Debbie, until July 31st. This is a stamp set at the top of my wish list. Textured of floral, has sentiments and pretty flowers. Yes. I like Hey Chuck too. Oh, I hope it's not, I hope I'm not freezing. I'm not seeing any freezing on mine, and I'm looking at what you guys see. So, um, okay, good. I'm glad you guys saw it. Yeah, Debbie, the Hey Chuck is not available till July 31st. So even if you do the class, you can't order that until July 31st anyway. So that'll give you a little bit of time. Okay, so that is that on that. So if you, again, want the kits, I have some. So if you want them, you can get them on my blog like normal. And I hope you sign up for July Bingo, because there is going to be, I have, what I want to do for July Bingo is I'm going to go change my form. Okay, so if you bring a guest or refer somebody that has not played before and it's their first time, if you refer them, I'm going to put a referral line on there. So tell them to put your name on there, and you and the person that you recommend that plays will both go into a drawing for a free bundle on the night of bingo. So I will draw the names of those who are referred by somebody that's brand new, and if you referred them. So they need to put your name on their paper, okay? And then somebody will win a free bundle. So I'm going to change that form tonight. So that is the people you refer. You don't have to change your form, but they will have to put in who referred them. Okay, so, oh, Carol, so I'm not freezing. Good. Marcie, I would love to get the Cheerful Daisy class. How do I do that? So Rosemary, you're going to go to my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com. And then at the top, I don't want to click over because it's going to mess up my YouTube, but it says shop, and then when you click on it, it says bingo, online classes, retired items, stuff like that. So go to bingo, online classes, paper share, PDF, I think that's what it says, and then click on that, and then you'll see the options. So below the picture, you want to click on the text, because what that will do is take you into your registration form. You'll register, fill it out, and then at the bottom, just scroll down and there's a place to pay there. If you forget, you hit register and you get out of it somehow, then just go back to the same place and just add it to your cart. And then just go click on the cart and pay from there. So you want to register and pay. When you pay, that is when it comes out of my the quantity that I show. It will take that back out. Let's see. Oh, maybe Debbie, because that Wi-Fi at the airport. Well, good luck. It's a long flight. But I know you're used to flying, so you're good. All right, so let's get started. Thank you, Trina, and thank you, Robin. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is, you guys, if you didn't see my last video, it's linked below, and how I created this DSP, and you can watch it after the fact, okay? But let's just get going on what we did. So what I've decided to do is, here's the DSP we created, and I cut it down. Okay, so this is how I cut it, and then I have my card bases. I have our Orchid Oasis cardstock. So this is one piece of Orchid Oasis. It's one piece of vellum. So I have all four, and I just kind of positioned them where I'm thinking. I'm going to kind of do them close to the same, but not exactly. So all three of these will be vertical, and then I'm going to do this one horizontal because it comes in and it just has this right here. However, I'm going to have to tell you we're going to be covering that up, but that's okay. And this one's probably going to get covered up too. So that's the risk of doing your DSP and kind of thinking of how things are going to turn out, but that's okay. So we're going to do this one like that. and do these. So here's our DSP. Again, the video links below on the prior video and how we created it. So I have our basic thick white cardstock. Orchid Oasis is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then our DSP I cut down 4 by 5 1/4 because I want a little bit of our border and I wanted to go with a bold color. And I have it here. Now I could go back in and add a little bit up here because you can see a tiny bit right there, but I'm not worried about it. We're going to put stuff on there and it's going to just tie in perfectly. And then the vellum I did 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so just to kind of add a little bit of vellum, and that was just kind of my thought, like, all right, let's just figure this out. So I'm going to set these 3 aside. We're going to start with this one. The next thing I did is I pulled out a bunch of sentiments. So I went through the catalog and I just kind of flagged a bunch of sentiments just to kind of figure out what I want to do. Now, this is what I would do if I'm doing a mass production of cards. And I did a bunch of this DSP and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this color. I'm going to put vellum. That's all I know right now. And we don't have to put the vellum. I cut it. We'll see how it goes. So layering leaves. I love the sentiments. I love the font. This is a fantastic set. Kindest expressions. Nice big ones. Oh, happy day. I think is so fun. It could be birthday. It could be, you know, all different kinds of things that you could do. Biggest wish. We have the bold and cursive, which is a great combination. Here's some large ones and then some smaller ones for the inside. Because we're doing all 4 today, we're just going to do the outside. But if I were doing this, it could be like happy birthday. Let's pop some bubbly. Congrats. Let's pop some bubbly. Happy birthday. Confetti and cake for your happy day. You know, whatever. You kind of combine them. But I like that it has the inside and outside. Then I really liked the pansy patch. And I like wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. Kind of a just because, right? And then the little things you do make such a big difference. So it could be thank you on the outside. This could be on the inside. This could be on the outside. Thank you could be on the inside. This is another great set that I really like. And then good feelings, the really big, bold sentiments that we have. So we're going to kind of pick and choose. I am going to do our horizontal one first. So I'm kind of thinking I might use one of these, but I want to think about it because I pulled out some labels that I have too, right? So I have these rounded corner. I didn't even pull out the dies, so I don't even know the names of them. But then of course we have the scallop contour. This is the new set. Let me grab that. It is Nested Essentials. Okay, so this is a great set. I don't have any yet, but I could have pulled out some squares. I do have some circles. So if I decide I want to do a circle, the stylish shapes are also great ones. Any kind of stamp set or dies, I mean, that are like this, I get. Because I could definitely use any kind of labels or anything. But I'm thinking for the little things you do make such a big difference. I think I want to use that one. So let's just see how big it is. That's this one. So I'm going to put it on here just so I can kind of see. And it doesn't have to take up all of this because we have some other things we're going to do. So I am going to go and use this one for this card. So we'll set these aside. Although I'm rethinking, hold on, because I'm kind of liking a larger one on the vertical or the horizontal. And so I'm kind of thinking I might use this one. Okay, let's use that one. I'm going to use that one. And we can still use this. I'm just liking that it has a little bit bigger. So let's use this one. I'm going to bring in a Someone just messaged me and asked if they ordered the daisy set, when will I get it? It's all done and completed, so I will package it up tonight. It'll go in the mail tomorrow. And then I need to email you the video link and the PDF, so I will get that to you also. And so you can do it as soon as you get it in the mail. All right, so let's go ahead and do this in black. So this Sentiment's Pansy Patch. This is kind of what I like about doing this kind of thing, is you don't have to use the stamp sets from that. The sentiments, you can pull whatever sentiment is going to work for you. I'm going to bring this in just to make sure I'm inked up good. I just re-inked it. That's why I don't want it to get all crazy on me. All right, I'm going to do this pretty much in the middle to the right just a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So that's going to be this one. All right, so let's do that. Let's kind of figure out what our other ones are going to be. And this way I'm not duplicating. I know which stamp sets I'm going to use. And so this one, let's pull this one in. And I want to use one of these this way. And I think for that, I really like Oh Happy Day. There's so many reasons. And then I'm going to leave the blank on the insides blank, because you guys can add anything else that you want on the inside, because I'm going to raffle these cards off next on Sunday. So make sure you, you know, I'm thinking I should, well, it should come out okay, because I re-inked. Earlier, it was, it came out not so bold because I needed to re-ink my pad, but I think I'm good now. So I don't think I need to use my Stamparatus. We're just going to ink it up really good. Oh, good, Carolyn, I'm glad. All right. Now, I'm just going to go straight in the middle. Yay. All right, so that looks good. So we can take out Oh Happy Day, clean that one off. And now let's see, what is next? So I'm just going to pick out all my sentiments first, and then I'm going to show you what I did for you guys earlier. All right, so that's that one. We'll put this one, uh-oh, where did my card base go? Right here. All right, now we have another one. And I want to use So Happy to Celebrate You. Let's do that one. I like it because it's a little longer. Right here, So Happy. Now I haven't used this one yet, so I definitely want to stamp this off. Now notice that your block is a little shorter this way and longer this way. The other sentiment that I did, the Oh Happy Day, was really long, so it went on this way. But I prefer this way because my hands aren't that big to, you know, it's not as comfortable. So I like to have it shorter. So I'm going to put this on here like this. And look, turn it over and kind of check it out. Okay, I'm going to, let's put it this way. I'm going to make sure that my Happy and 2, so I'm going to put it on my grid sheet. My Happy and my 2 are aligned. Okay, so they're straight. So now that's my focus point, because Happy and 2 you can tell is straight. Celebrate is straight. Let's see. Celebrate. No, did you see how my block is turned? So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to look at Celebrate. Celebrate is all above the line. Happy to You has some P's that are down. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to look at my block and make sure it's lining up also on the lines. So kind of figure out where you want to put your block, how far up or down, and then just make sure that your block is aligned also with your grid sheet. And then now that I'm going to look at Celebrate, and that's what I want to be long. So let's see if I put this on here. Yes, it's going to cover up the flower, a lot of the flowers, but I really want to see those if I can. So let's look. Here we are. Let me dig through my stuff here. Let's try another one here. It's a lot of flowers, so we don't really have to have the scallop. But I like this because it shows more of this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to move that over. Let's bring this back in. And get this nice and inky. Like I said, I haven't stamped with this yet, so I just want to make sure it's conditioned. And not stick my whole block in the ink. Oh man, what a difference when you ink your ink pad up. I guess I should have done this a week ago. All right, so now I'm going to look at Celebrate. I'm not too worried about that it's not on grid. It's straight. And I'm going to go straight down. Oh, my head's probably in the way. Okay, so I looked at Celebrate, and that's the part that I wanted to go straight. But you see how the sew is slanted, and with the P's on there and the Y's, I just wanted to find the straightest one I could. Let's see, I will definitely have fun and eat. Oh, the crepes are amazing, Deborah. Make sure you get banana and Nutella. It was so good. Oh, and strawberries. You gotta have strawberries on there because the Nutella keeps it a little bit dry. Oh, good, Debbie. Ooh, 102. Okay, so that was gonna go there. And then our last one is this one. And oh, let's clean this and put this away because I'm gonna. Oh, I think I threw my. Oh. I threw my baby wipe away. I don't know why, but all right, there we go. And then let's see what else we have. Oh, happy day. So happy to celebrate you. The little things you do make such a big difference. And then if we do a large one, sending sunshine and rainbows. Well, there's no rainbows or sunshines on here, so I don't want to do that. That would be kind of weird. We could do happy birthday, but it's more, that would have been better on the horizontal card. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Sending sunshine and good feelings your way. So this one would go good on the vellum. We could heat emboss it. So let's take a look. Or, well, that would be pretty because then we can see all of that. But it's so busy in the background. I'm afraid you're not going to see it. You could do that, but do we really want to? Yeah, because of what else I have planned, I think we need to do. That would go right off the edges, I think. I don't think we could do that. That would be so close. Yeah, that won't work. So the only one that's going to work is this, and we're going to go for it. We're going to do it in black because we're adding a bunch of color. So I don't want to, but I'm going to show you a little secret of what I do. I am not a huge fan of this block or this block. I'm not a fan. My hands, trying to hold them is just really difficult. Oh, now I can't put them back in because one of my large things fell back. There we go. Okay. So I bring in, if you have your Stamparatus, I bring in my Stamparatus. And I'm going to line this up. Now these are not straight at all. So I'm just going to line this up the best. I like to do it on the smooth side, mainly because this one has the grid and your ink can get on here, and which is fine. It doesn't hurt anything. But I'm just going to put that on there just like that. And what you can do is you can look just down the side and, you know, have your lines as straight as you can and across the top. Just make them as straight as you can and you'll be fine. Now, what I'm going to do is move this over, and I'm going to bring in my black ink, and I am going to ink it up. So if you're not a big fan of trying to hold those big blocks either, this is a really great way to do it. I'm going to just make sure it's inked really well. Yes, you could put it on your Stamparatus, but I'm just going to go right here, right in the middle, and go down. Okay. Be careful not to rock it, because that is really easy to do because it's so big. Okay, so you want to really be careful that you go straight down and just press right here so that you can get a good image. But it's really easy to rock because it is so big, but I just really like this way better than those huge blocks. So another great use of the Stamparatus. All right, I like black because it's kind of bold, and it just pops off of this. Now what we could have done is we could have used Pebbled Path, because remember that's what we used on these. Now this one here, you can tell that I've got the Pebble Path here, but in my DSP it didn't make any over there, so we're going to fix that. So we'll look at all of them before we do them. And then we're going to put this one on here. And I'm going to change these. See how this covers up that? Well, this is going to cover it up too, but I don't want to cover these two up if I can help it. So I'm swapping those out to see our pretty big flowers. So we're going to look at all that and fix anything that we need to look at. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to move all of these sentiment stamp sets over, because you guys can fix your stamp set to have whatever you want in the middle on the inside. But I'm going to bring back in our textured floral, because I know right now that we're going to definitely need a little bit of our, that's too big. A little bit of our grunge here and our Pebbled Path. So I'm going to bring that in. All right, so where is my, oh, here. You know, the other day, earlier today, I was doing something and I was looking for this all over, and I was on Zoom, and I'm sure they were like, what is she looking for? Because I was looking everywhere. And I could not find it, and it was right here in front of me. And I didn't even have this out yet. All right, so because I did our Pebbled Path over here, I'm just going to add a little bit like right there, just to kind of tie it in, and maybe right there. That's it. That's all. I'm going to add this right here. And I can tell right now that I stamped these off, and I didn't stamp that off, but that's okay. So let's look at this one. All right, so it looks like I have it here, but nothing down here. I'm just going to do a light little right there. That's it. I just kind of like to tie it in a little bit. And this has, like we said, the Orchid Oasis, and it's not up there, and I don't really need it up there because we're going to fix that. All right, let's look at this one. Oh yeah, see? This one, same thing. The flowers I'm not too worried about because we're going to make a few adjustments on that. So I'm not worried about the flowers not being right there. So that goes there, and I think this one. Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, so that's fine. All right, so we are good to go. So that was one of the things. Now, if I were doing thank you cards for customers, and I was doing this, they would get all the same sentiment. So once you chose something, and let's just say I chose So Happy to Celebrate You, and I would just have a bunch of these created, and luckily my little die cut fairy Stephanie has been amazing and helping me so much and getting my label things ready. She prepares my white cardstock that I have like stacks of for 4 by 5 1/4. So I do those for the inside and the outside. That's kind of why I started doing my color just a little larger, because I like that I already have the white ready to go. Not in this one, of course, because we did stamp it. But don't overlook these sentiments too. There's some really pretty sentiments on the set itself. All right, so the other thing I did so that I could show you guys is we put these aside. Move these all over. Let's start with this one. What we're going to do is I So if you didn't watch the last video and you're going to watch it after the fact, then right here, this is the cards that we did. I did them ahead of time, and then on the last video, we recreated this card, and then we recreated this DSP. Okay, so these were just the cards I showed last time to give you kind of an idea what we did with the set, but then we created this DSP. Now I was going to show the, what is it called, circle sayings tonight, and we're just going to postpone that one because we got to do this one, right? So let's go ahead and we're going to glue these two. So we'll adhere them together and kind of start doing our card. And when I show you what I did during my Zoom today, because you know you got to keep busy, especially when I forgot that the Zoom was today and I had to prep for my class. So there we go. We're going to add that. Now you could add the vellum to soften it. All right, and then we're going to pop up our sentiment. You could not add that and pop it up, so it's whatever you want to do. You could also emboss this if you wanted to put it on top of that. I really like the flowers showing through, so if you were to emboss the vellum, it would really hide the flowers a little bit more. You could also move this downward if you want. You could put it in the middle, but look what else we have. I went ahead and did the same colors that I did on our card base, okay, so that we could kind of play with these and decide what we wanted to do. So, of course, we're going to put a flower. So let's go ahead and we are going to adhere our vellum. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my label that I'm using and I'm going to put it under pretty much in the middle, which is where I'm going to put it. It doesn't have to be exact, but I am going to just do 3 strips of adhesive. Well, I'm going to push that one up a little bit because it went a little crazy. And then I'm going to put this on here. Okay, so just kind of center it. All right, there's your adhesive. And now we can go ahead and pop up our sentiment and start from there. Now, you want to think about what you want to do, because if you're going to pop this up and pop up your flowers, you really don't want to pop up this panel also. So this is just going to go straight down because I am popping this up and I'm going to pop the flowers up. All right, so this is going to need some good dimensionals, so especially in the middle also, because it's a little bit of a bigger label, but you're also going to be layering your flowers on top. All right, so this is, we're going to do this for all of them. We're going to be a little bit different. So we'll put this right here in the middle, right about there. Okay, so now your vellum is all hidden. We're going to take our flower, and I always start with the largest one, and we're going to put that right there. And I am going to pop that up. And I'm going to do one more like right there, because it's probably going to just go on that corner. So just get it right next to your words. Okay, so that's going to be popped up there. All right, I'm just looking back to make sure I didn't miss any messages. Oh, Melanie, you're having spotty internet too. I'm sorry. Oh, it's your internet. Thank you for the like and share it. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing, you guys. Oh, thanks, Bobette. Oh, thanks, Melanie. Oh, Twyla, you are welcome. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add your leaves down here, right? So you want to get up there and know, like, how far do you have to put it in? So let's go ahead and lay this right on top. I don't like to adhere it yet, but you could if you needed to. And that's pushed up because remember the dimensionals are under there. And you're like, oh, it's hanging off a little bit. Well, that's okay because you're not going to see this. So I'm going to just take this off, that whole little top part. And we're going to stick that right in there and kind of twist it. And it's still going to be just a little bit. So I'm going to take those off like that. I still want that to kind of stick out, right? And so we're going to go in and go under. Now you could come up under up on top, but that's going to be worse. So let's do this now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this dimensional off down here. So cut it. Don't try to pull it up, okay? Cut it and then just rub it off. The one on top, you got to be careful. You don't want to bend your stuff. So just kind of rub it and it'll come off if we just put it on, okay? So take that off, and now I'm going to just go in farther because we're going to have another dimensional with this on it anyway, and I'm going to put a glue dot on top so that this doesn't lift up, okay? So let's do that. Let's do our dimensionals. There's one, there's two. Let's get the little ones out as soon as I can find them. Over there. All right, so let's get a little one and put it right here, right there. And then I'm going to get a glue dot. And I'm just going to put it right on top right there. Okay, so let's take these off. And now we can go in all the way. Oops, hold on, hold the phone. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. We need to use that white space. All right, I'm just going to do a little in the middle. Okay. The white is hard to see, so I like to do this. I'm old, so. Look how pretty that is just with that flower. All right, so we're gonna, there we go. That's good. Now let's go back in. You're gonna grab this right here, go underneath. Doesn't have, you don't have to have a lot of it. You can all be poking under, just see parts of it. All right, so there we go. I'm good with that. So now it's mostly on the card. So that's better. And now this, I'm going to put one more little glue dot. The leaves are under, but now this is not attached. So I just kind of brought that down a little bit. So you just want some kind of greenery right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in another large piece and kind of play with it and see what I want to do. I'm going to add that right there. You can bring it up on top if you want, but I'm going to glue it on the bottom. So we're going to add our glue. Hi Julie, how are you? All right, so we're going to start at the bottom. The left side is going to be on the card, and the right side is going to be up on top. And then I'm just going to add a little bit right there. All right, so take this, we're going to go underneath. Okay, we're going to go right up like that. Okay, so we put our glue on these pieces, so just make sure they are down. This one and this one, the tips are so they can go right over the paper. I'm going to take this and just, my glue just kind of smudged a little bit right there. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in whatever else we have on here, whatever you want to add. So let's say if we did want to add the vellum, let's just see what it looks like, if there's any room. Yeah, that is kind of, if I would have put it behind there first maybe, but that's okay. Now we have this. So now I'm just going to start putting stuff places and see what I think. I want to definitely put this right. You know, think about if you want to add your flowers. We could also add this down here. And then we have the pink that you could add if you wanted. That's a lot of pink over here, so maybe swipe those out. but I want to put this up in the green, I think, kind of like it's part of this. And I did a few extras, so if you wanted to do 2 or whatever, you could. But I don't really want to cover up a lot of leaves either. So that can go up here. I like this up here. So see, I should have thought about this before I did all my dimensionals on here. But I do like this one right here. So just play with it, kind of see what, you know, what you like. All right, and then let's not forget our little black piece here. I'm going to hold that right in there. All right, so again, I find that white spot because you can see how it goes that way. And I'm just going to go right on top of that. Okay. All right, so we could put, I mean, you could add this over here. I mean, you really could add a lot of flowers and do with what you want. So I like this. And am I missing anything? I also did these, and what I didn't realize is they cut out the centers, these little flowers. So you could, you know, add more in there if you want, but I think we'll do those on a different card. I even did, where are they? Right here, this greenery, if you wanted to add more greenery, you know, over here, or have that come down from that. Okay, see what I mean? So let's put this together. We've got all that on. We've got the greenery. I'm going to do my large dimensional, and 1 is plenty. I'm going to just tuck that like right there. I'm going to tuck this one. So this is kind of where the fun creative part is like, where do you want to add all of this? Okay, we're going to add this with glue, but I'm going to put a small dimensional out here. So we're going to add this like right here. So see, it's glued on top of this because this is popped up already, and then I put a dimensional right here to hold that. And then this one, I think I'm going to pop it up. So we're going to just pop this one all the way up. Okay, small up here. And I'm going to do a dimensional. No, I'm not going to, because I'm dimensionaling this up here. I don't need one over here. If I were going to put one, I'd have to put 2 because that's going up 2 levels, right? But I think it's fine just hanging off over there. And I'm going to, I lightly laid that down, but I'm thinking, hello, lightly. Where are you? Let's pop our flower up first. And I'm not taking that off. I'm going to just set this here first and then bring this in to make sure. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I'm not covering all those flowers up because that would not be fun. And then I'm just going to tuck that right about there. There. So there's our first card, but we need embellishments. Well, we'll do embellishments last because I have some ideas. Now, when I cut down my paper, this is what I have left. So when I cut the DSP paper 4 by 5 1/4, these are what I have left. So this one obviously is going to have to go with the longer on the inside, and then, which is 5 1/4, and then we have these 2 pieces left that we could do the sides. You could stamp inside if you have a stamp set, you know, whatever you want. And again, the colors are listed below and on the last stamp set, so you can see, you know, if you wanted to color on the inside. But look how pretty that is. Okay, so you have all that pretty DSP, but you softened it by adding your vellum. Okay, so you add your vellum, it softens everything in the background, and it really makes this pop. Now you could put Week Stella on your flowers. There's a lot of stuff that you could do. You could also stamp the center of those if you wanted. You could put, you know, little sequins in there. So we'll worry about that in a little bit. Let's go to the next one. So here we go. Same idea. We're going to, and I kept the pattern the same. You could change these up to a fancy fold or a different, you know, design. You could cut your paper up to like a one sheet wonder kind of thing, but for video purposes and speed, since I'm doing 4, my husband's probably like, the other night when we were in here making that DSP and doing those 2 cards, he's like, I thought it was a regular card night, but then I realized, oh, it must have been bingo. And I'm like, no, we were just playing. So again, I'm going to put this about right here because I want to see these. So I'm going to go up a little bit. So let's just put this under. And I'm going to put it right about there. So let's just take our seal and run some down. Now, once you place all your flowers, and I'll show you on the last card, you could go back in and add a little bit of more seal or glue dots or whatever if you want. Okay, so like here, it's pretty secure because it's a pretty big sentiment down the center. This one, it stops here. So once we put everything on, you may want to put something down here. So let's just see how the card turns out and we'll go from there. You could add ribbon if you want. We can do that. And I'll probably add a little bow or something to one of them, maybe. Because my flowers are so popped up, I may not. So we'll see. All right, so now here, card's gonna open this way. I want, oh, it looks like the flowers went like that. But I don't really want that down. I think you're still gonna see them. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. So we'll do it like this. So it's however you wanna do it. It's DSP's been stamped all different ways, so it really doesn't matter. All right, so what is the pad you use to stamp your sentiments on? The pad, this pad here, this one, this is called a pierce tool, a pierce mat. So if you just type in mat, it should come up, and it's a pierce mat, and it's fantastic to stamp on. Thank you, Carol, I appreciate that. All right, so there's that. Now let's go ahead and put our sentiment on. This time I'm gonna do my sentiment straight down. All right, so let's just, oh, I don't know, I really like it up. Yeah, let's pop it up. You know, I like everything blinged and popped up, so let's pop up. Not popping up sounds boring. All right, so we're gonna do this, put our sentiment on. And then now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to kind of figure out, I like to have this on my silicone mat just because I can see it better and see the outside and where I'm at versus the white on the white. I hope it helps you guys vision-wise that you can see it a little bit better. All right, yeah, let's make sure we put it on right side up. So I'm going to go down. I want that in there too a little bit, so I'm going down just a little bit. Because we can carry our flowers up as high as we want, right? So there's that. All right, I'm gonna bring in, the first thing I'm gonna bring in is, I want greenery and I want a vellum. So I'm gonna put this on here, kind of the same, and I'm gonna put the vellum going out a little bit, because I still want you to be able to read that, but I also want it on the card, right? So let's do the greenery just straight up like we did last time. So this time we're going with the background to make it a little, okay, so this side's gonna go on the cardstock, and then those leaves on the other side are gonna go up. So I'm gonna go right about here. My husband was working on the side yard over there, and I had the windows open talking to him, and now I got a little bug in here again flying around. I hate that. All right, so now we're going to go, and you can always clip off a branch if you need to. So this branch right here is pretty long, and it's going right up against my words. So I'm going to clip this off. I don't want to clip the outside off because that is where you're going to see it over there. So I'm going to bring that in. See how now it just kind of goes a lot closer, a lot nicer. So I'm just going to go right down the stems. Okay, the rest of it's going to be taken care of with other things that we're going to be putting stuff on. So I'm going to go right there. Okay, so it's just covering that up. We're going to take our flower and put it right down here. So I'm going to add dimensionals on the bottom part here because it's going to go like this. And this part I'll add dimension right there because that's what's going to go to the card. This right here is going to just come over that. So let's take those off. All right, so I'm just going to come right up like this and put that there. Okay, so you have your two dimensionals here. You have one over here. You could glue that down here if you wanted to, but it's fine. You don't need to. And then we're going to fix this, so don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and add our little stamens here in the middle. Sometimes it scares me. You want to make sure you're not gluing right over your project because you know how sometimes the glue just comes out very fast and you don't want it to fall on your project. All right, so there we go. All right. So there's that. Now we have some extra greenery. Now you could go in, now this is the two colors that we use, the Old Olive and the Granny Apple Green, and you could add this someplace else. I'm probably going to put it there, but think about what you want where. And I'm fine with those layered up because it's still very flat, and you could add a dimensional on this if you want. But I love this flower. You know, think about how you want it, and we could put it over there, but I don't want to. Let's bring in, we're going to do the same thing. Let's put this up here. That's a bigger flower. I'm going to put the bigger flower there. Bring her leaves out some. So now it's really just a matter, you just want to kind of, you know, figure out what you want where. Here's these little purple flowers, so we could put these up here. Let's see, I would do 3 of them, and we can do them right on top of everything right here. So let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, the die cuts the hole out of the center, which to me is a perfect place just to plop your gem. All right, I'm going to just glue these. No, just this one I'm going to glue. These I'm going to pop up because the other one has, it'll be popped up because it's on top of this. So they'll all be even. Oh, there goes my dog. All right, so I'm gonna tuck this one just slightly, just so it kind of looks more realistic. And then we'll glue this one right there. And this one will pop up again. And yes, the dimensional shows through the little hole, but that's okay because I'm probably going to put gems right there. And I'm just going to tuck that one in a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Now these aren't done. Let's do this. You can use it to glue your paper pieces or, oh yeah. The silicone mat is perfect to do glue on. I'm putting it behind here just because it's dark and it's easier to see the edges and kind of see where we're at. All right, so we're going to put this one. Okay, so I want this to go right to the edge of there. So I'm going to add a dimensional there. And it'll just go right up to there. And I think I'm going to add the dimensionals on the tips so they don't get folded up. Especially when they're on the edge down here. It's so close to where the envelope goes that I don't want it to. And then I'm going to add glue. Just a little glue right there. Okay, then I just slide it up to where my dimensional just butts up right against that. And then we're going to put this one. You don't want to cover the words up. And I'm going to tuck it under and on top. So it just kind of, see how this petal's under and this one's on top. So it just kind of, you know, looks more natural. The big brown one, this one, it's gray, Bobette, and it's the Pierce Matte. So just look up matte and you'll find it. Pierce Matte. Okay, so I like this, but I really kind of wanted this in here. So let's just, but I don't want to do too much. And that's too much, but this could come down here. What do you guys think? That would look good. That's really the only place it would go. But we also could tie in this and stick a flower right there. I kind of think this one, just because I kind of think that we should probably pull in that bold color. Maybe I'll put it right there. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so we're going to put it on here right up at the top. Right at the top, and then I'll put glue right here. I just want to add a little bit of that color in. And because I did this over here, I really don't need this one. And then we'll just, we'll just put this one right there. There. So that is number 2. Okay. So again, this is, see how it's up a little bit there? So what I'm going to do, because it was, the sentiment was higher, I'm just going to take a glue dot and just go right under this leaf, right there where you can't see it. It does nothing to this, but it holds this down, and I'm going to do another one over there. So once you put your main sentiment on, oops, hello, then you can come back and just add a little glue dot right there. And now it's just the edges, okay? And here you don't really need to because there's all, they're right there. And we're going to come back and add our embellishments. Okay, so this one is bigger, so we're going to do the same thing. Let's go ahead and add our adhesive. Oh, this color right here, and this one, this is Orchid Oasis, Melanie. It's really pretty. I love it. I don't use purples a whole lot. I really don't use blues that much, but I do love this color. It's kind of a combination of both, so it's very pretty. All right, so this one we're doing this way, so I'm going to do it like this. We're going to think about where our sentiment's going to go, which is pretty much in the middle. It's a bigger sentiment. All right, so we're going to do this right about there. I just like to do it this way so I can get my, I'm just going to do a nice big X. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit on the sides just because that way we don't have to add anything else. So we're going to add our or vellum. So these cards, if you guys, after this video is over, you have to wait because the sentiment or your comment has to go onto the bottom, and then that's how I do my automatic name picker thing, and it will choose one of your guys' names for the raffle for one of these cards on Sunday. So come back, leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you want to see in the future, whatever. And oh, I have been asked if I'm going to be doing a Christmas class, and absolutely I will be doing a Christmas class. I will be doing a Christmas bingo. There's a lot of Christmas stuff coming up. I will be doing a class on, if you have seen the punch and stamp set that's going to be coming out on the online exclusives, I will be doing a class. But obviously it's going to be for only those that have that. So make sure when that's available, you get it, because I will do a class on that. All right. Because online exclusives, as you know, can come and go as quickly as they come, they can go. So I want to make sure you guys know that. I have nothing to post yet about it because we can't. We don't have it yet. But it will be. All right, so as soon as I can, I will let you know what it is. All right, so I'm going to put this right here. Again, so you see all of them, sentiment in the middle. We're figuring out some flowers. This one is a big sentiment, so this is not going to work for me. But let's take a look at that. We may not even be able to do a lot of greenery and stuff. Oh, you know what, you guys? This, no wonder it looks so bare. I was like, ah, that looks just so bare. We forgot our leaves. That's going to help a whole lot. So I'm going to lift this one up. I told you not to lift, but it is on vellum. And so I'm going to roll that one off because silly me, forgot our leaves. That's terrible. Can't forget our leaves. So we're going to put our leaves right there. Back up, back up. All right, so we're going to just go like this. I need a big one right here. And I don't need to put anything up above right here because it's getting tucked under. But I am going to put a glue dot. This one right here, same as last time. I'm going to put it right there so the flower has something to connect to. Now I'm feeling better. I was like, man, this card really looks blank right there. And I'm going to move the leaf over to the right so that it sticks. Okay, I'm going to add one more only because I pulled it up, and so you can kind of tell where I pulled it. And I'm just going to put it right there. There we go. Oops. Better. Much better. Okay, now I'm feeling better about that. Okay. Online is midnight 7/6. I believe it is, yes. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to put this right here. I'm definitely going to be bringing in some color. So let's see what, we're not going to use that. We're going to use this. So we can use this one right here. Okay. I'm going to put this one here. It's kind of low, but that's okay because we're going to put flowers on it, like maybe, because this is a big sentiment. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. See what we can do. The vellum is just way too much, I think. Yep. Nope. Not gonna work. Let's check this one. We can go, but it's really hard to read your sentiment, and it's kind of hanging off, so I don't want to do that either. All right, we're going to simplify this, and we are going to maybe, let's see. This is the hard part, is kind of figuring out what you want to do. I want to put greenery here, like it's like this flower belongs on that. So we'll put that there. Thing is, it's got to stay on the card. Okay. Let's do this way. There we go. We're going to do it that way. We're going to put the longer leaves on the inside and the little ones on the outside. Oh, thanks, Debbie. All right, so I think let's do this. What do you think? One on each side, which is a little not me, but let's try it. No, I don't like it. Do I like it? I kind of like it like this. But let's look. If we put it over here, nope, we can't. Won't fit. It'll not fit. But if we put this here and we put this here, and see, we couldn't do this and put another. Well, we could maybe. Hold on. And we put this here. All right, I don't like, that just looks, nope, not happening. Okay, here we go. We are just going to do this. See, this is how I do. This is how I do it. I just keep playing with it until I get what I want, or something livable. All right, that I don't mind, because I gotta have a flower on there. Let's put 2. How's this? All right, we're gonna do it this way, and we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna take this leaf off. Goodbye. All right, there we go. There we go. I like that. That works. I have 2 Marcie cards proudly displayed in my stamping home. Oh, Tashana, thank you. Oh, you guys are sweet. Thank you so much. All right, this is acceptable. I like that. And we're going to just glue these down, because obviously we need gems on here, so we're going to fix that. So this can go here. So this we need here. If you wanted to, you could put a dimensional behind over here, but you don't really have to. All right, so there's that. We are going to pop this up. Look, I have all these out here. All right, so let's pop this one up right here. No, let's do it like, that looks upside down. All right, I'm going to put 2. One here, one here. And I'm going to put it right like kind of sideways just a little. I want to be able to see the Y. And I'm good with this little guy hanging off down there. There's nothing attached to it. You could put a dimensional if you wanted, but all right, so I'm good with this one like that. So that's number 3. We have one more. So move that again. So see, it's just kind of a process of elimination. You kind of put your cards up there, you put your flowers on there, and then you're like, nope, that's too much. Nope, that's not enough. Like that one, I kept thinking something was missing. Well, yeah, it was the leaf. You gotta have your leaves. All right, I'm gonna put this on here. Again, same measurements. Orchid Oasis, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. The DSP I cut to 4 by 5 1/4. I'm not putting ribbon on any of these. I might add a little bow later, but Right now I'm thinking no. I really don't want to take away too much from the DSP. As it is, we put the vellum over it to soften it. And we have a lot of layers. If we kept adding more stuff, it would just be, I think, too much. But we'll see. Doesn't mean we won't. All right. So we're going to cut off a lot of that flower, but that's okay. We're probably going to put another one there. So let's lift this up. Can I just get an idea of where we're going to put it? I want to put it down a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's see. If we put it over here, let's put it over here. Not to the very edge though, because I want to layer up our flowers over here. We're going to get a little more flowers. All right, so let's just do this. Okay, I'm going to go right across there. Oh, look at what I did. I forgot. We're going over this side. That's okay. We're going to do it like this. Oh, that's okay. We're going to have flowers across the bottom anyway. So remember that when you do it like this and you add your adhesive, when you turn it over, if I would have turned it over like this, it'd be on this side. And if I would have turned it upside down, it'd be lower. So just kind of be careful of that. But we can add more glue dots once we add our image. All right, so we're going to pop this up, do the same thing. We're going to, ooh, I got glue. I've got dimensional things everywhere, and my card just blew them all over. Let's see. So let's do this, and then let's pop this up. All right. All right, I'm going to come over this way a little bit, just to make it a little bit different. The first thing we're going to do is bring in our larger flowers, of course. I definitely want to put something here, but I might put it here. I don't know. Let's do this first. We're going to just play with these now. We're going to untangle them. Hello. There we go. All right, we're going to put that. We're going to do some vellum down here. We're going to add that, maybe. We could pretend these are part of this plant if we wanted to. Let's just look at it. All right, we're going to put this behind. I want to see the vellum. Let's add our big flower right here. So see, we're adding a lot over here, but that's okay because we're going to put some of it down. We're going to glue it straight down. Let's see. We got to add our soft flower. We must add our leaf down here. And we must add our greenery here coming from this flower. And our center right there. What else? What else? What else? I don't want to get too crazy, but I kind of want to, fill it up a little bit. So this one is going to be covering a little bit more than before, but that's okay. Because we're going to add a bow to this one. All right, so this one's going to be a little, happy day. Could be wedding, could be bridal shower, whatever. We're going to make this one kind of really a little on the crazy side. Okay, so let's do this. All right, let's add this first so we don't lose it. Do you remember the other day when I lost that sentiment. I never, oh look, I said I never found it. Look, I reached over and it was right there. Like, where did that come from? And I couldn't find it, and I had to make another one. I think it was that one. Well, I found it. Never mind. Alright, so there we go. We're going to set that aside. And we're going to just start with our green. Okay. I'm going to bring it inward some because I want to add the vellum also. So we're going to put some good amount on there. And I'm going to bring it up a little closer just because I'm going to add some other stuff and I kind of want to see it all. So I'm going to put the vellum outward a little bit more. All right, now our vellum is going to come outward, but still on the card. And this one's going to kind of go over the H a little bit, and that's okay because, look, I'm going over my card again. Because this is really going to be kind of an over-the-top card. And this one could be one that you might put into a box. You know how sometimes, you know, your cards are a little too thick and but this is why it is a, okay, I'm not going to put all those down yet because I want to put these on. Why it is going to be a, oh heck, where's my, oh, I need more, oh, here they are. I was like, wow, I've been going through these a lot. Is going to be a super fancy card. So we're going to do this one and this one. Okay, so I'm definitely going to kind of go like, kind of like this one. I'm debating. I want to go under this one. And I've already glued this one down, so we're going to very carefully lift this leaf, which now already has glue, so that's okay. So it will glue down right on top. So that's good. And see how it's lifting? It's the vellum, so we're going to double check all that when we're done. And we still have more to add, so let's do that. And I'm going to go under this vellum right here. But I want it out more. Like right there. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now my fingers are getting sticky. Hold on. Oh, you're welcome, Faith. I'm glad you found it. I'm going to do a bow with my fingers again tonight, so we'll go over it again. All right, so this is going to come up here. And again, you can come under. Okay, so we're going to come under right here, but bring it over. So, and it's okay that you really can't see a lot of the vellum in the green because you can see it. There's vellum, there's green, you know, it's going to be all pretty. I'm going to take the small dimensionals and okay, I'm going to put those just up there, not down here, because we're going to put the flower down here. So we're going to just add glue right here. Okay. So this one is going to come, we're going to have this go right under here. There we go. Okay, so you have your dimensional. So that's still all, you know, this, and this has some dimensionals, but that's it. Everything else is glued down. Now we're going to make sure we put this on here. And let's bring in our flower. Okay, so we can still read it, right? Still says, oh, happy day. Our vellum is still up. It's just kind of pushed down. Some of our leaves are still up. That one's glued, and that one's glued. Okay, that's good. This one's up. All right, so now before I add this, we're going to glue this one straight down because we're going to put a bow. Or we're going to look at it and put a bow. But that's our plan. Okay, we're going to bring this all the way in, just barely on the paper, because we're going to put our flower there. All right, so I'm going to do a bow. You're going to hold it like this. Okay, you're going to hold it down. You want, you know, a little tail. And then I want my bow about that big because it's going to go under this flower. So I want my flower to be here and the loops to be out some. So 1, 2, I'm just going to do 2. So I hold it and I just get an idea of my size ribbon that I want. And I may not even like the bow, so we'll see. Oh, I don't mind at all, Twyla, no problem. Okay, so then you hold that, and then you're going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need it shorter. I can tell already. 1, 2. So you're doing a figure 8. Okay. Now you're going to take this and go all the way over and all the way back. Okay, all the way over, all the way back. So again, and there's a bow video that I do my bow. So if you guys need to find that, there is one. So figure 8, 1. Oh, I need it smaller. 2, 3. See how short your tail is? This one's too long. And then that's also gauges your fingers how, you know, short you want them to be. So 1, 2, 3, all the way over, all the way back. And now you can see that this is that one. You got to go over and go under. If you don't go over and under and you just go under, then it's going to not tie. Okay, so over, all the way, over and under. Okay, now you're going to hold this and take this and you're going to go back and forth and just kind of wiggle it till it's nice and tight. Once it's nice and tight, oh, I did do a 3 bow. That's okay. Once it's nice and tight, then you slide it off and you fix it up. Okay, so I'm thinking, see, this is going to be a super fluffy card. So we're going to just put that on there like that. Let's see if the flower is going to work. Okay, so it's going to glue onto the bow, but it's going to pop up there. So it's going to be a little thicker with the bow. Now we could put the bow here, but then you're going to be, this would go underneath, which is okay. And then this would go over here like that. Let's see what that looks like. And then you could put your flower right there. You could bring your bow both down if you wanted. Okay, what do you guys think? Down in the middle? I'm kind of thinking that might be better than on top of the flower. But we may only get one of these on here. Yeah, you're not even going to see this one. What do you guys think? In the middle on the bottom? Or no bow at all? Or we can put it over here. But I think that is going to be too much. We could put it there, but it's going to hang off your, even if you cut that. So tell me what you think. Where do you guys think the bow should go while I get something to drink? In the middle. In the middle. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, so let's do our flower. We're still going to pop our flower up because, you know, pop it up and add bling. That's how we roll. So we are going to do that. All right. So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring it to the left as much as I can because the bow is going to go there. And as long as I'm not covering up the words. Okay. So, you know, I'm thinking this part down here is not popped up. All right, and that's okay if the bow covers that. I'm perfectly okay with that. This one though, we are going to add, like we did last time, I'm going to add them on the end though. So this one will be extra fluffy. And let's add one right here. Actually, I'm not, because the bow is going to go right over that, so I don't need any more height right there. But we will add glue in the middle. Oh, I need to clean this. When your little bottle gets too sticky on the outside, just wipe it off and it works so much better. All right, so we're going to do this and have that down. We're going to add that bow right there. Ooh, it's going to be pretty. All right, so let's see. We're going to have our bow. I cut these a little long just to kind of see what I want first before I decide if they hang off the page or if I want them shorter, and I think actually that's going to work out fine. Now, I always use liquid glue for this because otherwise it would, it may come off, because this is a big bow and it's going to go down inside of this, which is popped up. All right, so make sure your bow is pulled to the back so you have that pretty front right there. Okay, all right, so let's do this. Oh, you know what I normally do? Okay, watch. Take off the glue. Don't put glue. Take a glue dot. This is especially for videos. I'm going to put a glue dot, but this also just kind of helps hold the bow down. I'm going to put my glue dot right here, so it's where I want it. I'm not putting it on the label. I'm putting it right below because I want it to not be up higher. But then once you put that glue dot down, I'm going to pull back my little ribbon, my bow, and I'm going to add glue right there, like a good size glob of glue, because you want your card to hold on to that bow, but you want that glue dot to hold on to your ribbon while you continue finishing your card, and it just kind of helps it stay there. And then you could always add a block or something to stay on top of that if you needed to. Now we definitely have to put our flower up here. So we can put that like right over here. It can kind of stick out. It doesn't have to go under the bow. You can see the greenery right there, and that's fine. And I'm not going to pop this up over here, but I'm going to pop it up over here. So let's add that there. Add your glue. This big leaf is the one that's going to pop out over right here. So it can pop down right there. This is flat. We've got this. Yay! Okay, so now we get to embellish. Yay, that's the fun part too. I love embellishing. Like, ooh, where does everything go? Now see, I did quite a bit of everything to fit on here. And I mean, I could have even added some more of this. I mean, there's always, you can always add, but you don't want to go too crazy. All right, so here's our 4 cards. So here's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now I didn't do the insides, but like I said, the colors are listed below. You can always, I'm going to leave them blank for you guys. You can always add, oh, I'll add a piece of paper in there for you though. But you can always add a sentiment or, you know, whatever else you want. The 2 that I picked out for these, this is your favorite. Which one's your favorite? Oh, Gloria. Let's see. Let me go back and read. I'm not sure how artisans for Stampin' Up! Are chosen, but Marcie should definitely be in the running. Always hits it up. Oh, thank you, Gloria. You know what? I think it takes up a lot of your time. I talked to a couple people before, and they loved doing it, but they decided to take a break, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday, though. Upper right side for the bow. Yeah, this one for the bow. Love 1 and 3. Ooh, I can't remember. Oh, 1 and 3, these two. Yeah. And see, you can always add a bow. You can always add, like I have another little bow here. So, I mean, that would be pretty right there. You can add a bow right there and shorten that. So let's see. Let's see what that looks like. This one seems like it needs a bow, but I don't know where it would go. Okay, so let's see if we added this one really short. Well, I just kind of chopped that on wrong. There we go. All right, so let's just say that we have this one there. Do you guys like that? Another bow, a little bow. Time well spent. Oh, thanks, Barbara. Upper left is my favorite. This one. Do you want it with a bow, Robin? Should I put a bow on it? I'm just going to leave it there for now. All right, so what I did is I have these are iridescent, which I love, but I also have these, which are the tinsel gems that has like a little tinsel inside, and I thought the pink was pretty, but I'm going to be really honest. I think these cards deserve the iridescent. So let's check and see, because we have the big ones. Let me get my dimensional backing off. So let's see, we have the large one. So let's do that here. Okay. And then we have little ones. So let's do one here. And I don't always put them on the flowers, but I kind of feel like I want them hidden a little bit. I don't know if I like the large on there though. That's my other. I'm so picky. I like the little one. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I kind of like that one like that. So what do you guys think about that one? So I just put an embellishment right here, and right here. All right. Bow looks really cute on the upper left. I like it without the bow. Just beautiful. Love the last one because of the bow. Perfect bling. Very pretty. I like the bow card, but they are all beautiful. My favorite is the middle one on the top row. This one. I like it because it's simple, but I love that sentiment. All right, so I'm going to leave this one there. This one, I'm going to do, again, 2 mediums. Nope, I'm going to put one right there. These are the small ones. Oh, are they the small? Yeah. I think there's only the medium and the large on these. I don't know. I use them so much. I can't remember. I'm going to put one right there. I like to fill in some empty spaces. So there. I'm going to put one over here. Okay, so I like to kind of hide them to where you have to look for them sometimes. I almost let a bingo card go out without one of the blings once because, you know, I didn't see it. All right, so this one, I'm thinking small again. One here, because I like it to be around here. And then I'm going to put one like right here. No, I don't like this one. No. I'm going to put it here. That way the 3 is like all right here, so you can see the flower and the sentiment. All right, so I like that one. So yeah, if you guys would give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. This could have been a class, but look, oh well. All right, so then this one, let's put the bling on first. I'm definitely going to put the bling in between. Ooh, let's see. All right, so let's look at this. We're going to do this one, but what do you guys think about this one? About these set on this card? Just on this card. And do little pink centers. Of course, it's not straight, but. All right, what do you think? The pink or the bling? I know it's hard to see the pink. Oh, I really think the bling. All right, never mind. We're going to go with it. This one's kind of rounded. And I think for mailing purposes, it's not going to be, because this is already so high, I'm going to go with These are a little flatter than the other ones. All right, so we're going to put 3 on there. Gotta have that, right? And then I think we're going to have to do one over here. So that's 4. And then I'm going to put one down here, kind of right there. And I'm going to put one right there. All right, so there we go. That one has more. Oh, but bow or no bow? I don't know. I have one of each bow. Bow looks really cute on the upper left. Oh, Barbara likes the bow. But Robin doesn't like the bow. What else, you guys? Bow or no bow? Gotta tell me now. Bow or no bow? No bow? Bow. Or maybe, I feel like it's empty down there, but it's really not. Bow or no bow? Another flower? No other flower. I think instead of one flower there, I think I should have 2. And put it right there. 2 flowers. All right, I like 2 flowers. Go with the bow. The bling on the flower helps. Okay, bow. And an extra flower. But then you don't see the green. Now I'm getting carried away. Okay, with the bow, I think that's good. Okay, bow. All right, we're gonna do our glue. Now remember, you want to check, make sure everything's secure. This one's gonna go right on top of the flower. And this one is kind of on and next to the flower. Okay, remember when you're pushing those down, you're just pushing the back flower. All right, so there's our big loopy bow. All right, there we go. And there are our 3 cards. And I moved them all around now, right? I don't remember how they were. I don't know. Anyway, that's the way they're going. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Don't forget that I do have some other classes available. I showed the daisy cards at the beginning. If you are interested in the daisy class, the kits are done, PDF's done, and video link is done and ready to go. So I'll get that sent out to those. I know quite a few of you signed up during class or during video. So I will get those done and out to you tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. And then Bingo also has some great cards in it. Here's the little sneak peek for that. So I hope you guys will join me for that. Let's see. The flowers look pretty. Thank you, Bo. All the cards are beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. Hello, Marcie and everyone. Late. We'll have to watch the replay. These cards look beautiful. Love the DSP. Thank you, Lisa. Paula, thank you. Do we post on this video or the replay? The replay, Gloria. So when this is done processing and when we sign off, there's no more chat because it's processing the video. Then you can comment below to win one of these cards. Thank you, Debbie. You should frame these for your room. Oh, thank you, Gloria. But I already said that I'd give them away. But I do have a shadow box that I bought that will be coming up, and probably in these same colors because I really like them. Now I might change it up a little bit. I have an idea. Thanks, Carmen, Gloria, Debbie, and Robin. Thank you. Thanks, Steph. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thanks, Debbie and Melanie and Gloria. Thank you, everybody, so much. Again, I'd love to have you guys join my bingo or my next class. And if you would like to come back and comment, you could win one of these beautiful cards. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys on Sunday when I do the drawing for the cards. Thanks, everybody.